If I could go back 5 years and tell myself one sentence, I honestly think it would have changed the direction of my life. The crazy part is, if someone would have told me it back then, I honestly don't think I would have believed him. You see, for years, I was convinced I knew exactly what was holding me back in life, and they were always interchanging. First, I blamed confidence, then discipline. Finally, I became convinced that I just simply needed the perfect opportunity. Every few months, I'd find a new answer. I would get excited, and then somehow I would always end up right where I started. So the natural question to ask is, what if I'm not solving the right problem? And that was the question I needed to hear. The funny thing was, the lesson wasn't complicated. In fact, you probably heard pieces of it before. The difference is, no one ever explained to me why it was true. See, I always thought that successful people took action because they already had clarity. Looking back, I think I had it wrong. They had clarity because they took action. And then it hit me. The answer wasn't hiding from me, it was waiting for me to move. I spent years waiting until I felt ready, waiting until I knew the right path, waiting until I was finally confident enough. But every day I waited, I stayed exactly where I was. When I decided to start taking action, something interesting happened. Even when I had no idea what I was doing, with every step, things became a little bit more clear. Not overnight, not all at once, but little by little. Every mistake taught me something that I couldn't have learned by waiting, and I couldn't have learned by just simply thinking. I had to take action to discover the truth, and every wrong turn eliminated another possibility. Every attempt gave me information, and eventually the path that I'd been searching for the entire time began revealing itself. And the interesting part is, it's usually not the path that you'd expect, but when you get there, you know it's the path you're supposed to be on. You see, maybe clarity isn't something you find. Maybe clarity is something that you earn. Maybe the life you're waiting for is waiting for you to take the first step. I can't go back and tell this to myself 5 years ago. But if right now you're sitting and waiting for everything to make sense, maybe this is your sign to stop waiting. Because the answer might not be ahead of you. It might be waiting for your next move. And if I could go back 5 years, that is the sentence I'd tell myself. Since I can't, I hope it finds somebody who needs to hear it today.